Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning into my 2662nd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Traders, we got a couple of topics on the board, but you must know that this is a risky game. Please know this. Never trade without putting in protective stops. The smartest way to use them is before you buy that position in IBM or Tesla or whatever you're going to buy, put your protective stop in first. Then get in. And you'll do much better that way on losing days. I hope that helps. Now, let's talk about the video. Again, thanks for tuning in to my 2662nd edition of Short-Term Trading. It's for trading on November 3rd, 2023, and that's a Friday. Traders, well, first off, when I look to my right, I realize that we are in a new month. So now we have 2 years and 9 months left for Bitcoin to hit 85,000. Let's take care of that right off the bat, baby. 2 years, 9 months, Bitcoin 85,000, one day at a time. What's on the board? The OMNI S&P, NASDAQ, Russell 2000 has found support as illustrated in my last 4 or 5 nightly videos. And the OMNI stays or remains green for trading on Friday. Was that not great calls? The OMNI has just been killing these markets with its calls. Now, granted, we don't get filled every day. But you know what? I want to be calling it right, whether I get filled or not, so that when we do get filled, we're on the right side of this thing, right? So the OMNI's been killing it with the calls. I mean, just killing it with calls. Sometimes we get filled, sometimes we don't, but it's been good when we get filled. OMNI remains green, buyer of dips for trading, OMNI S&P, Russell on Friday. NASDAQ as well. Then there's this. Free webinar on Monday, kids. That's what this video is here to remind you of. Click the link below. The webinar is free. I'm performing for Metastock. There will be dozens of us performing. I am the second one up. Usually I do cleanup, right? I'm the last one. I always tell Metastock, just give me cleanup. I'll take care of business. You know what I mean? But in this case, they put me up second. That is this Monday, November 6th at 11 p.m. At 11 a.m. Eastern. I almost said p.m. I'd have people tuning in at night. 11 a.m. Eastern, I will show you a bunch of charts and show you what I see, where I think we're going. And in those charts, there'll be some great tips, tricks, and techniques that you can use to do analysis and trade moving forward. So make sure you tune in. It's this Monday at 11 a.m. It is November 6th. The link is below. I hope to see all of you there. What's on this board again? Click the link below and you'll find out on Monday. And what we're going to look at now is a few charts to depict why we've got the green hour on the board in OMNI S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell 2000. Traders, remember to keep your emotions out of this game. One of the worst things you can do is come up with a trading plan. You plan a trade. Then when it comes time to trade the plan, you crap in your pants, you start calling people, you get nervous, you pull up a chart, and the next thing you know, your fingers are making emotional decisions about your trading. We don't do that. We come up with a plan, we plan the trade, and we trade that plan. I want you to do that for yourselves. If you have trouble with that, hang out with me in my live trading room. It's just a live chat room where we do trading. It's where I live and breathe. That is at livewithoscar.com. Hang out with me there. There is no credit cards required, no nonsense at all. Just come to the livewithoscar.com site. Choose a username, a password. You'll get an email. It will very likely go to spam. Check your spam for that email. Fill that out in a moment. You'll be in a live room with me where I'm on camera and microphone, and I'll help you go through your trading plans and keep yourselves calm. I hope to see you there. The other thing I'll tell you to do, which keeps those emotions at bay, is to say this to yourselves over and over again, and then we'll look at charts. But say it with me so you can practice it. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop, soar, in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, now let's go. Look at some charts. OMNIAX, a good 5 days ago, we did a video and I said, okay, now that we've made it down to the bottom of this channel and hit the 200 bar moving average. I put out this note. Shorting now looks very dangerous. We stopped at the 200. We stopped at the bottom of the channel. And this is what has happened since. And of course, Omni was in full agreement. How about that, huh? Is that not perfect? That's just analysis working, firing on all 8 cylinders. Just fantastic. So it looks like it's working its way up. Omni has been either buying or trying to get us long this whole move. And Omni looks to buy it again for trading on Thursday night through Friday. Now, traders, last night I mentioned something to you. I mentioned that I was doing a saltwater change. I was doing a water change on my saltwater fish tank, and I couldn't stand in front of this camera like I did this evening to do one of those videos. And I also promised I would show you the tank when it was done. So here it is. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of the tank, and then we'll go finish this chart segment. Next, we have the E-mini S&P. The E-mini S&P did the same thing NASDAQ did, hit the bottom of its channel and rallied up for 5 days. The difference is the E-mini S&P got to the 200 bar moving average as of Thursday. What will it do? Well, the NASDAQ didn't go through it. The NASDAQ hit it and held and took off, right? I think the E-mini S&P goes through it as well, with NASDAQ leading the way. That's what we're expecting. We will be getting long E-mini S&P if we get a fill, and expecting it to rally up where we'll take our profits. Traders, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you click the link below. Make sure you join me Monday for our webinar. I'll show you some great charts. And make sure you subscribe to these videos on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern.